Okay, so this is the Oculus 2. I wanted to wait and hold out for Oculus 3, but I didn't do that because God knows when Oculus 3 is coming out. So ultimately, the reason why I bought this is because I want to use it with DCS World. I want to see how well it works with my flight simulator playing DCS World. Now, what I did was I actually bought a link cable from eBay, and Oculus sells their own cable, but I decided to go on eBay and buy my own. And from what I'm hearing, the third-party cables that you can buy, they're not as fast as Oculus's cable, but for the most part, supposedly the difference is negligible. Supposedly, the Oculus brand cable connects faster, but supposedly the third-party cables work just as well. This is the 64 gigabyte version. I felt no need to buy the larger one. If this works out well enough, maybe I'll consider buying the Oculus 3 if it ever comes out. But for right now, the question is Oculus Rift better for playing DCS World than my 34-inch Alienware monitor? By that monitor, that is the standard that I'm judging this by, just so you understand. And for those of you who are new to DCS World, or for those of you who are new to Oculus connected to a PC, I'll just let you know, my computer has a RTX 3090. I don't know how much difference the computer's graphic card makes when you're using a virtual reality headset, but for now, it's been running this monitor just fine in 1440p. It's been running just fine. G-Sync turned on all settings at maximum. It did a great job with Cyberpunk. So let's see how it rolls. This is the Oculus Rift. You've probably already seen people unbox these things before, but I'm not focused on the unboxing. I'm focused on how well does this damn thing play DCS World. So this is a glass spacer. I won't be using this because I don't really wear glasses, even though I could. This is the Oculus Rift, or whatever you want to call it, Quest 2. For some reason, I have the word Oculus Rift programmed in my mind. But, yeah. So, you know, what's sad is I never actually got a chance to use any of these damn things in the actual store, like Micro Center. I got this one from Walmart, but I never actually got a chance to use one of these things. So I'm just hoping it works out well. So this is Oculus stuff right here. I don't know what's in here. Let's see how difficult it is to set this thing up. Oh, okay, so they give you a charging cable. Now, I have a USB-C Cotec charger right here. I have a 100-watt GAN charger. So if this thing needs to be charged in that manner, I can use my GAN charger rather than use this cable. Naturally, instead, these cheap bastards, freaking Zuckerberg, instead of just giving you the cable that you need to link this thing to the computer, these cheap bastards decided to package that separately and charge $80 for it. I wasn't paying it. So I can charge my Rift and I can plug it directly to my computer using my own cables. So it uses my USB-C, which is great because I have a USB-C cable already that I use to charge my other USB-C devices. And I won't need to use their little, what is this? Is this, how many watts is this? This is, how many watts is this? Because I have a, I have a 100-watt charger, so mine can charge, yeah, this is, what is this? This says input 100, and it says output is 10 watts. Yeah, my charger will definitely do a better job charging than this, so I'm not even going to bother with this. I won't need this. Before I get started, this is the strap that comes with it. Now, I've heard bad things about the strap that comes with the Oculus Quest 2. Despite the fact that I've heard this is actually a good headset, I've actually heard bad things about this strap. They said it's not comfortable and you're better off getting the Pro strap. So I'm going to have to test it out and see how it fits and how it responds to my natural contours of my head. But the one reason why I went with this instead of any of the other ones is because this one's self-contained. It has accelerometers and gyroscopes built in. It doesn't require that you have any base stations or anything. And really all I plan on using this for is head tracking for DCS. Now, if they come along with an Oculus 3 and it turns out that that's better than the Quest 2, Maybe I'll upgrade, maybe I won't. If this does the job well enough, then I won't upgrade. But hopefully the head tracking makes it worth, the $299 I spent for it. Inside the headset, there are 3 adjustments. There is first, second, and third. And you get to the first, second, and third by pressing the goggles together. So it goes 1, 2, and then 3. And they basically move simultaneously, 1, 2, 3. Thus far, I realized that the third setting is actually the most comfortable for my eyes. So what I'm looking at, it actually looks really, the startup video looks really cool. So basically, it feels a bit comfortable. I know some people don't like having VR on their heads too long. I'll talk about that in a second, but really, I just want to hurry up and get to my DCS, or Digital Combat Simulator. Here's the thing: I have a criticism about these hand things. Why is it that they couldn't have just made it so that you could recharge these things using USB-C? Now, I understand the fact that they didn't want to pull a PlayStation 4 and make it so that you have controllers that have to basically be thrown out when the battery gets bad. But the thing about it is there's no reason why you can't have rechargeable AA batteries inside these things that you plug in USB-C to charge. Now, granted, you could get your own rechargeable batteries, which is something I'd probably do because, frankly, I don't like having the idea of having to replace AAA batteries or AA batteries. But all of this shit could have been just like this headset. Everything could have been rechargeable using USB-C. But that's just something they didn't do. Thus far, it looks interesting, and I can't wait to start playing some games. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to do this. I've already connected the Oculus Quest 2 to my computer and everything, and I tested it. It works in DCS. So what I did was I disabled the hand controllers, and instead of using hand controllers, I'm going to use the mouse to do my pointing, since I find that more natural. But thus far, it looks really good. So what I'm going to do is use my, as you can see, I have, the Logitech pedals. I have the full cockpit setup and everything. And the Oculus Rift, basically, the reason why you want to have a VR headset is because it allows you to look around a lot easier. Normally, you have to use that lever right there, the silver lever, as a point of view. And that is slower, and it's more difficult than just being able to look around with your neck. So this is really interesting. So I'm going to try to play a mission or something. I'm going to try to record it, see how everything goes. Anybody who's planning to buy one of these things in order to use it for flight simulators, because I know a lot of people playing Microsoft Flight Simulator, there is a headphone out jack right here, and you can use this with regular headphones, like if you were going to use it with regular earbud headphones. However, I have a wireless Alienware 988 headphone, and it also, as you can see, has the boom mic on it, so you can use that in order to talk to people. Here's the thing. I also have this blue microphone right here, and that really comes in really, really clear. So I usually leave the mic on this thing off. So I'm going to put both the headset on, and I'll put the Oculus Quest 2 on, and my broadcast directly from the computer will be audio directly to the headset, and the video will be going right to the headset. As far as I'm concerned, I guess I can turn the monitor off because I'm not going to need it, since I'm going to be seeing everything through here. See me? This is what I look like with this thing on. All this stuff on my head. This is what I look like. How about that? So I've got this big headset on. I've got this goggles on. It feels like I'm a damn F-35 pilot. So for my throttle, I'll be using the Sightseeing X56 Rhino split throttle. So that's down to 0, and then that's full power right there. And for the joystick, I'll be using the Sightseeing X56 joystick. Some people like to mix and match their joysticks and throttle. I pretty much just keep it just like that. This is a pretty good joystick. It's half the price of the, what is it called? The Warthog, but it's nonetheless effective. Okay, so let's give this a try. So well, actually, try to take off from the tower. Make sure this thing runs. The DCS Super tower. Mission campaign. Alright, we're gonna do a mission. Alright. Super carrier. We're gonna do a launch. Or takeoff? Yeah. I think I want that one. Super carrier launch. Okay, let's try that. Alright. Alright, so we're on the carrier catapult. We're ready for takeoff. Okay, yeah, I just want to test this and see if it works out okay, just to make sure that the audio and the recording is okay, because I'm not sure if the in-game audio is recording what I want it to record. So I'm just going to do this real quick and just to make sure I see if it works. Okay. So I'm in my F18 and I should be ready. I think all I have to do is advance the throttles and then salute the guy, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Alright. Fly. Okay, so there's all my crew guys. Hey, there's Mr. Fantastic right there, that black one right there. That big head. Look at these guys. I can go 360 degrees. I can look around 360 degrees in this thing. Amazing. Alright. Okay. Make sure I test switch. Okay, everything seems to be okay. I think the only thing, so that the guy who is right there waving his hand, he wants me to bring my engines to full power. Okay, let's take a look and see what it looks like outside. Oh, one of us just launched. Okay, let's see what it looks like outside. Okay, so he wants me to bring my engines to full power. Engines are full.
OC3, passing waypoint 2 at 500.
Okay, then I have to salute him. Alright, shift, control, salute. Alright, so alright, I gotta salute this guy. Alright. Ground crew F8. Salute. Alright, we're ready to go. Let's go. Hands off the controls. Go. Boom. Alright. Landing gear up. And we're away. Up. I do want to put my flaps at automatic. flaps. Auto flaps. And we're done.
Wheels up.
Oh yeah. Let's fly. Is Dubai around?
Regoing.
I launched off of the Theodore Roosevelt, I think. Alright. Let's see what the map says. Alright. Okay, it's very, very difficult to see the map. Alright. Where are we? Let's see what's around here. In fact, let's see what airports are around here. Alright, so you do ATC 5, ATC
Altitude.
International Airport. Alright, Chef 12. Alright, so it looks really good. And the only downside is that, you know, displays aren't touchscreen. That would make this really good. If you could just touch if you could touch your monitor, it would be a lot easier. In fact, you know, I don't even know what map this is. Alright, so let's see. Where are we? What's the world look like? No, that's not how you do it. How do you do this shit? Oh, here we are. Oh, okay. Dubai International is back this way, and I am currently flying away. Alright.
Losing 3. Airborne.
Alright, there's a couple of airports. Let's fly to Dubai. Do I have enough fuel? Yeah, I got plenty of fuel. We're gonna do full afterburner. Right.
OZ3. Passing waypoint 3 at 5,000. Losing 3. Passing waypoint 2 at 500.
In fact, what we'll do is we'll rise up a little. Wow. I would like to get rid of this little blue circle. I gotta look at the Oculus settings to see how to do that. I'm flying faster than the speed of sound, so you don't hear the sonic boom until I hit the ground. When you're in front of the jet, you don't hear it. Let's contact Dubai. 50 miles.
12 to pattern altitude.
256 for 50. Okay. 256 for 50. That should be good right there. 50 miles, and we'll be there. Oh yeah, they got clouds. Woo, they got clouds. Yay! Clouds. I wonder how this works with Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is really, really fun. Really cool. It really does feel like you're actually flying. Some people go all out to get motion simulators and everything, but your mind is able to actually make you believe that you're in a jet. You know, because the headphones that I have cut out everything. So, like the headphones and the visuals, it's beautiful. Yeah. Alright, I'm down to 7,200 pounds. Fuel's dropping fast, because I'm still in full afterburner. And you can look at that, you can look right out the cockpit. It's crazy. I'm down to 6,400 pounds. Not bad. I should drop out of afterburn now. There's Dubai. Oh, this is crazy.
Altitude.
Alright, we're gonna fly past Dubai real quick. We're down to 4,600 pounds. Alright, so let's drop back on this throttle real quick. That's the airport that I want to get to. So I'm gonna contact the tower on the way back. There's the Burj Khalifa right there. I'm gonna fly over to Dubai real quick. I intend on going to Dubai when we're able to fly again. I'm gonna do business class from JFK to Dubai and then to Maldives Airport. We're going to Maldives, baby. We're gonna have the most luxury vacation ever in the history of luxury vacations. Let's fly down there and check these people out. I'm gonna drop down. I think the master caution is trying to tell me I've got low fuel. But I have enough fuel to do what I want to do. That's the Burj Khalifa. Let's try not to crash into it. Wow. I can't believe I went to the top of that thing. Amazing. This is the Burj Al Arab. Welcome to the Virgil Hour. See how close we can get down there.
Pull up, pull up.
Yeah, don't worry. Palm Jumeirah, and we're going to go back to the airport. I'm very low on fuel right now. Alright, so we're going back to the airport real quick. And we're gonna tell the tower and request landing.
OZ-2-1, request landing.
I don't know why my hook comes down. Let's put this probe back. Yeah, I don't know how I let my probe out. And my hook.
Altitude. Altitude.
I don't need full flaps. Yeah, I don't need full flaps. Okay, so airport is right there, so we're gonna get ready to slow down. We're running for 3,400 pounds of fuel. There's the airport. We're gonna just land at Dubai International. Gotta get ready to put my gear down. We're still moving a bit fast, so I don't want to put my gear down just yet. I don't want to overspeed the gear. Alright, so let's take her in. Alright. Gear. Okay, so gear are down. I'm still too high. Let's drop some altitude real quick. Let's drop that altitude. Our gear are down and locked. Alright, drop some speed. Alright. Oh shit, this is so cool. It's just that I can't see my hands. Alright, let's get her down there. Let's get her down. Let's get her down. Alright, 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 alright. Alright. Long runway, long runway. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Speed brake on. Speed brake on. Let's slow down. Let's slow her down. Let's slow her down. Speed brake is on. Alright. Not bad. Not bad at all. Dropping speed. Toe brakes. Toe brakes, toe brakes, toe brakes. Drop speed, drop speed. Alright. Oh, uh-oh. Up. Falling sideways. Why? Why am I falling sideways? Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Tipping. Alright. Alright. I'm good. I'm down. Alright. Yeah, my runner. Oh shit! Wait, yeah, it's a little bit touchy. I just gotta work on my. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'm gonna push exit. Let's see how you did that. Let's see. Get out of here. All right, quit. Not bad. All right, not bad. Okay, so what's my prognosis here? Well, first of all, if you want to have a good DCS or Microsoft Flight Simulator or whatever setup, I would say the virtual reality goggles is actually a good thing to add to it. Now, personally, I really think augmented reality would really be better so that this way I can actually, choose whether or not I'm seeing virtual reality or seeing through the screen so that I can see, I'll tell you like this. I don't know what Apple's going to do, but when Apple makes augmented reality, I think they're going to bridge that gap somehow. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I have to say, a flight simulator setup is not cheap. It's like you're going to spend some money. So if I go through this stuff piece by piece, these Logitech pedals was $180 with tax. The Sightseeing X56 right here was another $100. Oh, I'm sorry. That was $250 plus tax. Then my monitor that I've been using up until now, that was like $1,000. This headset, granted, that's not really part of it, but the headset, this headset was like $200. I think it was $220 or something. This Oculus thing right here is $299 for the 64 gigabyte version. If you're trying to buy one of these things for DCS, I really recommend that you buy the cheaper one. There's no point, in my opinion, in buying the more expensive one unless you were just going to use this by itself and you weren't going to do anything else with it. You might as well just get the cheaper one. I know a lot of other people put a lot more money into headsets, but me personally, I was actually more satisfied with going for this. And to tell you the truth, and I guess I'll make it like a tech review, this is actually an amazing piece of hardware for the price. Like $299, this is actually a really good piece of equipment to have, and it works all on its own. The presentation is really good. A lot of corporations have learned a lot from Apple and how Apple markets their products and how Apple makes the user interface as easy as possible. When I set this thing up, it took me just a couple of moments to get it onto my Wi-Fi. You sign into your Facebook account, but you don't have to do it on the goggles. You can do it on the app that's on the computer. But I gotta say, this is an amazing toy right here. It's an amazing piece of hardware. And when you add this to either a driving simulator or you add this to a flight simulator, I have to say, this is really, really, really an amazing piece of equipment. And when you put this on and you put the headphones on, it locks you into the entire experience. And it's very, very immersive. I found this to be very easy to use. The controllers are relatively easy to use. They do have a little bit of a learning curve because I had to figure out how to point and click my way into centering the screen. But yeah, this is an amazing piece of equipment. And I'll tell you, having a flight simulator, to practice flying while airlines are grounded in many cases or pilots are grounded in many cases, it's a great way to keep up with your skills, especially if you want to do Microsoft Flight Simulator or if you want to use X-Plane or something. It's a great way to keep up. But yeah, this it's expensive stuff, but me personally, it's absolutely worth it. And once things open back up, I plan on getting back into flying after this coronavirus nonsense is over. So yeah, I'm very happy with my purchase. In fact, if I really had thought about it, I should have made this purchase a long time ago and gotten it over with. But now, because I think what it was I was really waiting to see if they were going to make an Oculus Quest 3. I was really hoping that they were going to make a newer one. So I just said, you know what, to hell with it. I'm just going to go get the second one, because what happened was I ordered this cable and the cable came in the mail, and I was like, you know what, I want to use this and I want to see how it runs. once you get the kinks out of the way, and once you get the Oculus software downloaded, which is what I'm using in order to bridge the gap from the PC to the Oculus system, once you get all that stuff running, you've got it downloaded, everything works just perfectly. And yeah, it's really fun. So if you're on the fence about whether to get it or not, I'll say it like this. You have two choices, especially if you're playing DCS. You have two choices. You can either have the full head motion with one of these headsets, or you can get yourself a nice big monitor and you can use the POV switch. Personally, the POV switch, now that I've used this headset, I'm kind of falling out of love with the POV switch, because the POV switch is good, but the thing about it is it's just not snappy enough. Like, I will say this, when you're in the cockpit and you're trying to point and click on things, using the headset is much, much slower than being able to zoom around with the mouse and point and click. It's much easier to do that. So yeah, it can be a little disorienting, but once you're up and flying, and especially if you have a really good HOTAS where you don't have to look down at the controls too much, because what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to set up a button so that I can get to those menus a little bit easier, so I won't have to lift this up in order to see what I'm looking at. But I will say that's the one downside I have to say. Maybe there is a mode that I don't know about, but I'm really surprised that this thing doesn't have a camera right in the center so that you can see exactly what's in front of you, like if you want a real world view, so that you can look at your keyboard or look at what's going on in front of you. I'm really, really shocked that there isn't one camera right here that allows you to just turn it on and off at will so that you can see what's going on in the real world. But other than that, this is actually an amazing piece of hardware right here. And this is, you got to also remember, the reason why I bought Facebook stock was because Facebook makes this stuff. And this is a product. And I don't know how many more products Facebook is going to make, but things like this are selling very well. And, you know, I don't know if Facebook will make any more hardware, because I know they're probably going to make a third version of this after they bought Oculus and whatnot. But yeah, I'm glad I own the stock. I have a couple of family members that own the stock. But again, this is a very amazing piece of hardware. It feels like something you'd get from Apple. But until we actually see the Apple virtual reality or augmented reality, we're not going to know for sure just how good they're going to make it. But I'm happy with the purchase. It was expensive, but you know what? That's what YouTube money is.